Yo, what's up guys? I'm here hitting you up with a new video. Patch notes of 3.19 just dropped in DISLYTE, and let's check it out together. So I was already looking at the whole thing, so we can speed up a little bit. Looking at CANG JIE, he has, in my opinion, a weird skill set. We can go through that real quick. So CANG JIE is a support esper who controls HP and AP of both allies and enemies. His first skill attacks enemy with extra true damage based on their elemental class, inflicting disease, whatever that means. Then his second skill is definitive form, attacks all enemies and has a chance of inflicting stun. Then, if an enemy is not stunned, it has a chance of reducing their AP, which is kinda neat because you either stun them or you reduce the AP, but I do believe that the AP pushback can also be resisted, so he definitely needs the accuracy. And then his third skill selects an ally and triggers mirror effect, raises the ally's HP percentage to the level of the enemy with the highest HP percentage. After ascension, it also works for AP. Meanwhile, it attacks all enemies. The greater the enemy max HP, the higher the damage. So basically what it does is it's the same mechanic as in Summoner's War with evening out the HP bars, right? So let's assume your unit has like 10% HP left and the other guy has like 80% HP. So you target your unit, which should be evened, and the enemy target, and then your unit is healed to 80% HP of his own 80% mark. And that goes for AP as well after the ascension. Quite neat, but after I'm looking at the reso, I have to say he's a reso 2 unit. CANG JIE is a R2 unit because of one thing. It's not necessarily for PvE content. I don't know if he's... Looking at him, I don't even know if he's that great in APEP, but what I'm seeing here with Reso 2 is that he's an RTA unit. Because what he does at Reso 2 is he swaps HP percentages, and that's huge, especially in the current meta. So what happens here is you use him in PvP, and one of your units is like very low HP, and then the other guy has a stupid average who's like max HP 100k HP. And then CANG JIE moves, you use his S3, you use his S3, and then your unit goes from like low HP from 1% HP to 100% HP, and the enemy average goes from 100% HP down to 1% HP. So that is huge, like swapping the HP bars, which will also be strong in Holy Battle. Believe it or not, he's actually at Reso 2 a meta-defining unit in the current meta. And then his Reso 6 was, before swapping, AP raises AP of all allies to the level of the non-boss enemy with the highest AP. It's kind of confusing, but what it's basically doing is it also swaps the AP, but raises only the AP of all the other units. It's very confusing. Then we got Chiron. Chiron has a silence on his S1. Scales with max HP. If you silence successfully, he gains recovery for 2 turns. Then the second ability is he grants shield and attack up to all allies, which is quite neat. And at his Reso 6, he gains an additional turn, and his third ability consumes HP, deals damage equal to a percentage of his HP, reducing enemy AP, and after ascension it also inflicts down. But it's a single target skill. I hope he does big damage, because if it's not big damage, it's kinda weak. I like his skill too, but I think he needs to be like Xander level damage wise to be useful, because if he's not that powerful, then a single target doesn't really do much for him. Then we got some changes. We get a Ritual Miracle Shop, points where you can obtain experiment elemental waves and so on and so forth. We have to look like what the shop actually looks like. Then we got the championship where you get Chiron, basically the same thing as what's this called again, Dalen. It's the same thing. Then we get a divine support, so they will show us 2 new espers like Phantom Sisters and Intezar, and then we can vote which of the 2 we want to have in the next update. Then we got warm-up matches coming back, same thing as last time. Oh yeah, what's the skin? Reach Diamond or and wait. Oh, I didn't even read that before, but when you reach Diamond, you get Mimia and Enlightened Seeker. So the Pritzker skin you get from doing RTA, and you only need to reach Diamond, bro. So there's like no one. Why should anyone grind for? Oh no, wait. Reach Diamond and above to claim the season exclusive Nancon, and reach Master to claim the skin Mimia. And looking at the last RTA where you got that exclusive icon for being in the top 100 or for being in Apex Legend, it only lasted for 3 weeks. I'm definitely, and with the HP change, I'm definitely not going for Legend this season because it's an absolute fuckfest. And I don't give a fuck because I grinded the last time for having that special icon for 3 weeks and then it's gone. Like, it's so stupid. Like, personally, guys, just go to Master, get the Pritzker skin, and then move on. But that shit right now, it's just annoying. Then we got the Valentine's Day event, where we get some goodies here and there, and the Chloe skin, which everyone is waiting for. Then they did some optimization for the echo changes, so they actually made the wish pool a wish pool, not a resonance pool. So you can actually draw unowned espers, but it's like a limited pool. I don't know if they like lock certain espers behind, like you cannot get, I don't know, a guise, for example. If you don't have a guise, you actually from the wish pool can also not get a guise because of whatever reason, but we have to look into that. And there are like 2 levels to the wish pool. It's like stage 1 will unlock when you have 70 wish stones, and stage 2 unlocks when you have at least 10 legendary espers. And then you can make the pool from Inferno Wind Flow tuned legendary espers or Shimmer tuned epic espers. And once you use the wish pool, it will be on cooldown for the next 60 days. Then they did some bounties optimization, which is also great. It's basically like the expedition. So it's easier for us, or it was very annoying, let's be honest. Bounties was very annoying, and now you can just deploy espers and then you get your rewards, basically. That's it. Then they did some adjustments to Sonic Miracle, reduced the HP there. Then they did some Ritual Miracles adjustment for the lower floor, so I'd say mid-game, what is it, early game, mid-game? There's a mid-game stage, like mid-game stage, players have an easier time to grind the relics to progress. Also, they reduced the resist of and HP of Chronos, Apep and Fafnir. We will see how that works with the patch dropping next week. Then Sonic Rift adjustments, less stamina required to do that. Plus you get more XP from there. Plus it's fast as well, which is great in my opinion. We will see that. And they also added gold to Sonic Rift, which is also great. Then when you sell enhanced relics, you get more gold for those. Then they did some course changes and they reset everybody basically. And for those who already completed, then you can just click and get their goodies again, which is great. Then they did some Esper growth adjustments for new players. Calamity Island adjustment, increased enemies HP for some floors, non-elite stages. I don't know why they did that. Then reduced the number of enemies with advantage elemental class for some stages, which is good. Then the quantity of enemies for the first 20 elite. Yeah, it's not really about that because I'd say I don't know if it's for anyone else like that as well, but I know from a lot of people they complain about Calamity Tower just because it has 200 floors and around 120 to 130 it already starts to be very, very annoying and very and heavily RNG dependent if you can clear the stupid 5 or 0 floors. It's super annoying, I don't like it. Then the big elephant in the room, point war optimization, HP bonus in the point war has changed from increasing a fixed amount of HP for all tiers to increasing different ratios of HP based on tier. Meanwhile, HP bonuses have been reduced for PvP modes such as casual matches. Increased activation speed of auras. What is aura? Damage increase, healing efficacy, reduction in the arena. So my personal opinion is I don't know what they did because it's stupidly like written. And what they mean by adjustments and why they even mention PvP modes such as casual match. No one is doing that. And what we basically do is after the patch, we go into point war, we use like 3 units, get killed, and then check how much HP they actually got from the boost, and then we know how much they gained, and then we can talk about the HP thing. Gameplay, unlock requirements, then they did some adjustments here and there, no one really cares. Then they did some boss strategy guide optimization, really no one looks into it too much. Then online union shop, the unlock requirement for epic ability fragments and gold shop has changed to clearing chronos difficulty 6. I don't know what it was before. Then they did some changes, they reduced the pricing of some of the Espers in the club shop and so on, which is good. But I feel like even 300 points is still, well, Q points is fine, but club points 300 is still too much for Fabrice. In my opinion, they should reduce it to like, I don't know, 100 points, not more than that. Then they did some adjustments, increased difficulties here, reduced difficulties there. And funny fact is our blitz chips are now called raid tokens, reduced raid tokens required, and then reduced turn requirements for raiding the Sonic blah blah blah. I don't even know what that actually means. So do we have to complete it in less turns, or have we now more room, like can we do more turns but pay less raid tokens? Then increase experiment drop from expedition, okay, tapping Esper's ability, okay. Then they added a 10 times spin for elemental class pulse actions. I didn't read anything about we added a pity for elemental, which would be more useful than 10 times. And rookie missions, some adjustments, then they did some adjustments with Q, whatever. Then they did some pack changes, the welcome pack from MaTeIRiA to CANG JIE, and that's basically it. And also, last thing, for all those people who buy the M Pass, they did a really good change in my opinion there, because now with the next M Pass we don't get just one legendary ability, but now we get 2. Thanks guys for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, let me know how you feel about this patch. I think it's kinda mid, nothing too special. And we have to also look at the new 5-star Esper in my opinion. If you have him at R2, he's definitely PvP relevant, and especially in RTA meta. See ya next time, bye.